Okay. Okay, guys. Wait a sec. Okay, guys. No, for real. I even had to cough because I had to change something with the scoreboard. Okay. Okay. So, what is happening, guys? I hope they will put this with the real voice into YouTube as well. What is happening, guys? DemEyesRed here. We are here for Rise to Glory round number 1. This is a Woobly official tournament hosted and casted by Woobly official and also Mundo. My name is DemEyesRed, in case you have forgotten. Just a couple of seconds ago I've mentioned it, and we are going to start with VIK vs Outsiders. VIK consisting of Dark, Dench, and his roommate Winchester vs MBL, Nikov, and Fire. I added an Elmo voice for uploading to this. Nice. Nice. Yeah, combine Vinch, Dench, and Dark, you get Dirk. That's a beautiful thing to think about. Really, really. Okay. Yeah, let's just start with the positions and then think about life later on. In the north, we have the flank player, that is Winchester with the melee. Keep in mind that all positions are, yeah, they can be chosen. Yeah, fixed positions, they can choose them and basically position yourself accordingly. The pocket of choice is going to be Dench with the Berbers. Okay, okay. Then we have Mayans flank Dark. On the other side, we'll begin with Fire. Ethiopians as the flank. His pocket is going to be Nikov with the Franks. Excellent choice. And MBL with the Britons in the north. So it is going to be basically MBL vs Winchester, Malay Britons. In the south, we have Mayans, Ethiopians, Dark, and Fire. So I'm not so entirely sure about Dark, how good he is. I strongly assume he's not going to be as strong as, for instance, Winchester. I might be wrong, but I have my doubts about this. But he's still part of the gang, and they will do it as a team, and team performance is different than, of course, an individual one, depending on the situation. On the other side, we have three very, very strong players, all three of which have been actually to NAC too. And it was also Nikov and MBL playing for Aftermath on ECL finals. It was a pleasure to meet them again and again. So, what do we have also pocket-wise? Frank's Berbers. Not that Berbers must be seen as a counter pick. They haven't gone for Indians, interestingly, so they will save this one up for later on. But Berbers, of course, known as a camel sieve as well, and very, very strong in Castle Age with their reduced cost of units from the cavalry, from the stable. Will be very effective against the Franks player, who may consider himself as impactful in the mid game. And then again, though, the late game might be a bit tricky. Camel archers can be very important, but their vulnerability to the spearman line and their own spearman line, it's problematic with them in that very concern. So they must make sure that they have all the gold, they have all the protection needed for some very significant weak spots. If that is covered, everything could be considered as fine. But they're up against Aftermath and BZK here. Fire, Nikov, MBL, those are all 2k4 plus, 2k5 plus players. So, of course, in theory, they might be considered as the favorites over here. But then again, we're also talking about Winchester, who is a very talented, young and talented player who has a lot of ideas. And Dench, potentially not as good as Winchester, but still playing a lot with Winchester and having a lot of knowledge about this game could be good. For Dark, that's a wild one here. I don't really know how to estimate this one. But him having the Mayans, I believe that is a good civ on the flank to utilize. You can maybe lose a war with archers at one time and it will not immediately kill you. It can be more forgiving in that very sense. So maybe that is the reason why they've put him exactly there. Who heal? Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's nice to see that some other Habibis are here as well. I really appreciate to see that. Handukman, welcome, my friends. I believe that's Bongo. So yeah, here we are, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game has actually turned out to be. And they're starting. So what exactly is happening? We have a rush type of situation for MBL, you would say, but that is not the entire story. It's made arms from him. He's just waiting, and he's about to go for it. The first one in the next stage, that is actually Nikov here. And he is going to go for some very, very fast scouts. Very, very fast. Very tight build order. Quite comprehensive also with a single lumber camp. And now 2 villagers and immediately going for the scouts. And he says that he is looking forward to actually going for the center. He wants to raid the enemy pocket maybe? Or the flank. So he wants to actually harass the potential weakest spot of the opposition. That might be the rough idea. In the meantime, MBL is already on the way to visit Vinch here and tell him, well dude, I'm around here and your archers that you want to go for so badly, they might not work. Do I understand this correctly? He went for full archers, and let me tell you guys, unpopular opinion here, I am not a fan of pure archers on a 2k5 plus level. Why is that? Because you might be in a situation where even a Drush armored arms, I mean Drush by definition is there to shock you or to keep you busy from the beginning. Don't get me wrong here, but it's just the thing that you are vulnerable in the beginning and you have this awkward situation that is turning out to be a nice one because it seems MBL canceling the man-at-arms upgrade as he is aware of the fact that he has nearly lost all of his forces, the last militia going down. That was maybe a combination of luck but also of skill. Very good quick walls here. It turned out better than expected, I gotta be honest, but in many situations I see those pure archers going into oblivion because they are steamrolled by a couple of men-at-arms before they can even have an impact onto the fight. That is one thing to keep in mind. Also nice team wall over here, we haven't seen that one that early on in the previous games. Double rangers together with a blacksmith, and we have 6 vills on gold. He doesn't even need that many actually, but it is definitely fine. We'll see about this one later on. He will have a nice time getting fletching ASAP. In combination with what has been said earlier, we also see Nikov's much anticipated army of scouts finally going in and harassing Winchester continuously, knowing that he's potentially also the strongest here. Keeping him busy might be very valuable over here. And as you can see, Fire having the time of his life, chilling. Nikov also so far away position wise. It's a big map and they're all safe. What about Dench though? So here's a pocket. He has chosen to go for scouts into knights or camels later on. Probably first knights and then immediately camels. He's just there to help out his buddy, and that is definitely virtuous. He needs to do that, right? But it's problematic. I have a little laggy game here. No, it's working now. Is Viper also participating with the team? Yes, he is participating with Team Secret. He is there. I mean, he is gonna perform. Hayuna. Hello. Hello, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Nah, I don't have to be that professional over here. It's fine. I just have to be myself without that much of cursing. It will be fine. So yeah. Just also sell out information once again, guys. We have a raffle going on. If you're interested in Woobly Platinum, type in !_ raffle. Followers can participate. Subs have double the chances. And we'll choose the winner after this entire series. It's a best of 5, so we don't know yet who's gonna make it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, so that's a lot of scouts here from Nikov. Let's see where that is gonna go. I mean, there's some openings, and I hate TC walls against scouts. It's not really efficient. But the map of Winchester also, with the pressure forcing him into this tower, is going to have an impact on his economy very soon. And the players are going to the next stage. Nikov going for Castle Age. He's going to be up first, but the Franks, there's going to be some knights, some double stable, nice economy. 16 farms, well, okay, what about 18? That would be even nicer, but let's see about this one. Also a couple of more villas on gold and he's ready to go. We'll see about this one. It's a bit early now. Let's check it out. Yeah, Jordan is also going to be participating. Currently, he's slightly ill, as I've heard. But he's going to be back on track very soon. Alright then. Alright then. And it is time. That's a nice set of units, if you ask me. And what exactly is Vinch gonna do? First of all, that's a lot of idols here. That is a massive amount of what? 14 villas now being forced to migrate. More than my parents did back in the days. And that's of course already a lot of damage. He must, you know, he doesn't even have to lose villas yet at this point. The fact that he's been forced back and forth all the time is gonna, you know, massively affect his economy in the most negative sense. So that is very terrible. In case you have not understood my beloved description here of the very situation that Vinch is currently in. And in the meantime, though, keeping a clear head and now able to snipe a couple of kills like that, or just one, okay. But also creating a tiny bit of idle time is very important. Very important. So yeah. We'll see about the rest though. I mean, they haven't killed that much, but they've done so much damage by just simply existing and surrounding their opponents. That seems very painful here for VIK. For now, the Berserkers are struggling. And I'm just asking myself what Dark is up to. And it's quite evident. Massing up archers, going for the next stage, and going in with crossbowmen. He is not on stone, so he's potentially just gonna add some TCs and then go in. That's a lot of bills on gold, by the way, but he's actually able to maintain a decent, healthy economy. I might be missing something here, but man, that's a lot of gold. But he has 3 archer ranges, so that is justified. That is justified. Go in for a crossbowman, go in for Bodkin, and then boom, catch your opponent off guard. But I think the opposite is going to happen. Fire just a couple of seconds earlier, and he's going to be going in, and there's no quick wall attempt. Instead, he's retreating. And what is Dark doing? He's going to attack from the other way around, or he's... Come on. These games have not been casted by anyone else. This is exclusive casting. Only Mundo and Rule the official cast these games. So even if they were a year old, no one ever has touched these games. But the players, of course. So there is a lot of reasons to bother, if we can call it like this, casting this. I know. How you would even think about estimating this as unworthy, an enigmatic situation if I go through this logical argument. Quote me on logical. So yeah, here we are, guys. Here we are. The pressure is still on. Is the game laggy for you or something? Because for me it seems slightly laggy. In case so, let me know. Thank you, Nomad. Thank you. Why not just cast... Oh, okay. I will not even bother with this. Okay, here we are. Now, it's very interesting to see about Dark here, though. Because he has a nice amount. That's 39 and increasing. Crossbowman, and he also has defender's advantage, so... There we go. There we go. There we go. I like how Fire is just correctly estimating this. And that is something, you know, people seem to realize at 2k plus, you know, at this level. I mean, I know that Fire is 2k5, 2k4 plus, you know. There's a difference, you know. Knowing when to go in and when not. Actually, something really simple, you would say, but, you know, estimating the situation correctly, not just going for a risk that is not worth it. Very, very important, especially in a team game. I mean, 1v1 could be also game decisive, but in a team game, even more responsibility for the entire team. In a tournament, be careful. Be very careful. Don't just go in alone. Wait for your teammate and then try your best. Oh my god, man. I love it, man. I love this chat. But it's nice to see that everyone is enjoying this in his or her own way. And yeah, with Nikov, I said excellent choice that he's pocket and that he has Franks, because he is known as one of the most dangerous boomer boys. Together with, I don't know, it used to be Miguel for a long time, and also Max has the same kind of characteristic to it. Nikov, very, very dangerous. And that is something that we will hopefully see in this series. If you just leave this dude alone in team games, big mistake. At the same time, if you overfocus on him, the others will take over. It's very dangerous. Having Nikov in the team is big danger for the opposition, always because of this. Because you must know how to deal with him, specifically with him. It's not just any random dude we're talking about, it's Nikov. And we know that his booming ability, very, very dangerous. And I'd like to see how he's quite active the past whole year, performing quite strong. Before that one, was not too active and stuff like that, more spectating and stuff, but nah, he is actually performing really strong. I love to see this, and now they're in. The outsiders, consisting of BZK and Aftermath, they're in, and they're harassing the allegedly strongest member of the Berserkers clan, that is Winchester. They must have no, man, I'm not single, man. I'm gonna marry in less than 2 months now. I'm not single. I'm gonna freaking marry in 2 months. It's GG, guys. DemEyes GG. It's over. Oh, Professor. Oshgard. So, guys, what is happening here? How would you think about this one? In my opinion, very, very tough. Because what we can see now, I mean, Winchester is not dead yet, right? At least at this point, theoretically, he's not dead yet, but he is super defensive. I don't see anyone currently being super active, but Dark now saying, you know what, screw this thing, man. Didn't you help out your flatmate, and I will just try to do something, but oh my god, man, 44, so far innocently looking crossbowmen. We'll see what they're actually gonna do. DemEyes calls GG in December. Yeah, pretty much. They did the right thing, just murdering the strongest player. Well, that is a strategy that I would understand. Rip freedom. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. As long as I'm allowed to stream, to play Age of Empires and so on, it's fine. She even co-casted Gebeto Cup with me, so I could not ask for more. But I like what Dench does. He's now cleaning it up, and now it is time. Guys, you do this, now go forward. You create a momentum, use it. Use it. Oh, Dark now in danger. He's already lost a couple of crossbowmen, and he is not in PLH yet. He's up against fire in the PLH. That is very bad. Just ask myself why this game is slightly laggy. We'll try to go through it, and then we'll see after that. Exactly, guys. Type in exclamation mark raffle in order to get this Vuldi Platinum. And we are also giving away Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition keys every time we stream here. Today we've done it once, so next time will be, well, the next streaming session we'll have on Wednesday, I strongly assume. Correct me on that one if I'm wrong. That is it. So we'll have multiple keys, multiple Voldy Platinum Premium memberships. Everyone can participate who follows us and double the chances for the subs. I was asked by your wife, actually, Misha, and yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, we were asked by her, and yes, I guess so, bro. I hope so. That would be really cool. I hope so. I really, really hope so. I feel like when the game gets intense, you always lower your voice in this weird half. That's my style, bro. No, my neighbors. I mean, yeah, my neighbors would care if I shout, but yeah, I'm maybe super focused. If it's weirds you out, I'm sorry, man. I'm not that creepy in real life, but my voice is like this. I apologize. It is not on purpose, my friend. But things are messed up. For a long time, we've seen those arbalists of fire inside of dark space. Now we have a huge set of Nikov's knights, together with fire's arbalists, together with the arbalists of fire. And yeah, it is how it is, man. Yeah, I hope it is going to be planned. That would be really awesome. Pretty cool. More about this one maybe at some other point, because actually it's getting quite intense. Quite intense, because if we look at the numbers here, Dench actually performs well, but he cannot do it on his own. And therefore, I strongly assume a loss here coming from him. I love the effort. I love the effort that he's actually trying to survive here, but realistically speaking, it looks really bad. And also for Dark, who has been disturbed for a long time, he's trying to do his best as well. If we look at the military numbers though, we only have Dark with his set of couple of crossbowmen, or I was about to say arbalists. And yeah, that's GG. Look at the numbers in the end. I had 69 arbalists in the end. Nikov 34 military units. MBL, who has been, it seemed due to the casting that he was invisible, but he also did work by, you know, he was the last guy to stay with Winchester after he has been significantly weakened. He just stood there and continued to pressure him until, you know, there was even a denial of castles going on. Really unfortunate. 4 military units in the end for Winchester. Then 8 Dark with 37 units that were most of the time really ineffective, unfortunately. The effort was there, but the execution was not good enough. And that is not only Dark's fault over here, not at all. He actually did well, in my opinion, by massing up an army like this. But the plan with that one, the execution of any kind of forcing move, or whatever you want to call it, it was not there. In the end, he was forced to walk around himself, seeking refuge at a pond, and the others were just doubling up to defend what was happening over here. That is not good, right? So yeah. Alright guys, I won't change. Do we have... Okay. I just wanted to check something for Nomad over here, but okay. So let's go. Game number 2. That is game number 2, right? Just let me check something here, because I am a bit scared now. Okay, all good. All right. Okay. Sorry for this one. I just need to check if I am on the right game here. For a second, I was slightly confused. I just didn't expect hideout here, but hey, it's all good. We start on the left-hand side. We have Dark as the flank with the Aztecs. His pocket is gonna be Vinch with the Khmer. I don't believe it. And then we have Spanish flank on hideout. Very good, very good. I love it. On the other side, we have Mayans. But before I elaborate, let me just quickly check. Okay, just some scouts saying hi to each other. So, MBL has the Mayans. His pocket is, well, Nikov with the Spanish. And then we have Fire with the Saracens. Saracens and Mayans together are very deadly, if you ask me, for some meme type of reasons. You understand what I'm saying? Let's see if that is going to be the reason, though. I find Saracens very interesting now. Of course, in team games, hey. But Saracens? Come on, really? Okay. I didn't want to make you so conscious. Nah, it's fine, man. I get constantly reminded of this on my own stream. They call me DemEyesRed or something like this because of the ASMR thing. Um, yeah, it's fine though. No need to apologize. All good. I apologize if it was actually giving you the impression that I felt. I don't know, super aware. I am aware of it, but it's not the end of the world. All right. Yeah, think about this. Of course, going for monks. I mean, we have quite some civs that could make use of that, but Aztecs on hideout is a phenomenal situation. I do love it. Also, very important if you're up against Spanish. That might be very, very good. Um, but we have Spanish also on this side. So game plan wise, it is going to be Denj versus MBL right on. And in my opinion, MBL did a counter pick that was maybe excellent. Maybe that was on purpose. You know, some stuff accidentally happens. But more importantly, normally, you consider arena dynamics. I know this is not arena, but hey, I see this map, I often think of it for quite some reasons. But you could drop a castle, right? Depending on how the game develops in the beginning, you could drop a castle and then pressure. But if you're up against Mayans with Spanish, that is not as easy. Especially if the Mayans guy gets his castle up with some safe stone. I am just saying. On the other side, we are speaking of fire with the Saracens up against dark with the Aztecs. Now, that is an interesting one. Because Saracens, monks, okay, love it. Aztecs monks, superb. That might be very interesting. Then again, though, really want to smush a Mesosiv here? I don't think so. I don't think that is very good. It's really, it will be really annoying to do that. You should actually, the rule book says no, don't do this. There must be another reason for that one. There's also synergy going on between Saracens and Mayans, as if the Mayans would go not for plumes but for crossbows and then, later on get obsidian arrows, they would do even more damage to buildings and such due to the Saracens. So, yeah. Or Kalphite, just Fenor style, or even Melkor style, that could also be, right? And yeah, let's not forget about the Khmer, most importantly. With the Khmer, of course, you have the possibility to go for, I mean, if you go for fast castle, you don't necessarily need to go for 28 plus 2. Some basic fast castle, 26 plus 2 or anything like this. You can go plus 0. You could even go for 30 plus 0. And that is actually really beautiful. Because you don't need the buildings to go for the next stage. So let's see. And Khmer can be extremely strong in the late game if they are allowed to go there. But, my dear friends, Finch is doing something else over here, it seems. Going on stone immediately, that might be because he wants to go for some pure boom, which he would not build a mining camp like that. I mean, he would not build a mining camp. Okay. Oh, drunken gamer, you see? I knew it. I knew we would see each other again on this channel, man. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, he will play with the castle, so Obsidian is not gonna work, but you have that option, just in case. So I just wonder what the Saracens are gonna do here. It's a best of 5, exactly. It's a best of 5. The first one to click up is fire. Yeah, sell stone fast castle, but does it work that way? Because you have this and you have this. I know that you can straddle stone and then go for a 40 pure boom and stuff like that. If I recall the ancient knowledge of Nomad correctly, but that way it seems more like he's gonna place a castle. But for what reason? Oh, I hear a loud on my left. It should be mono. I set it on mono. Do others have the problem as well? Then I will fix it. But it should be mono. The voice at least. My voice. Definitely mono. I set it up as mono. Should not come stereo. Okay. Let's see what the others are gonna do. So obviously Dench is heavily on stone. This is insane on stone. But okay, fair enough. And for Embialito, not even touching the stone, by the way. And what reason might be considered here, for real? I mean, first of all, he's going to the next stage. He's adding a second archery range. So, I am just saying, obsidian arrows might be even more possible than it was before. But he is not on stone, so let's forget about this. Let's forget the joke. He still has bonus if he wants to go in. He is teamed up with the Saracens, and he has Magnets. Everything is actually going to the right direction to perform some aggressive stance here. Some aggressive moves with an aggressive stance. Nice to trash this game, yeah, on hideouts. It might happen. Who doesn't remember Dracon's 15 pop? Trash on hideouts. Beautiful. Exactly, Norman. I was checking this. I'm not gonna speak it out loud, but I was checking this. Yeah, exactly. Smush against acid. You should not do this. You should not do it against any kind of Mesosiv, actually. I know Incas are not Meso, but you know what I mean. It's this Dude. What is gonna be proud, man? Look at this. Look at this. He's actually really going for it. And Dark anticipates. So let's see what he's gonna do. If you're getting smushed, first of all, you need to, I mean, check out if there's also siege part of it. With Palisades, that might not be the case, right? But we'll see about this. Because if there's some siege, you could go for towers, guard towers to be precise. Or you just go for a well-positioned castle and some very good walling in time, and then it is going to be just okay. The soon-to-be crossbowmen of MBL on the right-hand side are also approaching. Domic, sup man? What is player 2, aka Nikovito, doing? Chillin' and killin'. And going for that castle and producing conks. He's going to join the mix very soon as well. He could go for a left-hand side if you ask me. Or the right-hand side. Now he's going to go for the left-hand side, isn't he? Monastery also. Now, it could be a volatile war here. Both sides with redemption. Could be very interesting, but I don't think that is going to happen. Ah, okay, Pumpkin. And I'm at least relieved that it's not on my side, but still, I hope you'll fix it for yourself as well. That would be really annoying with the sound issue. Let's see how annoying this one's going to be. But indeed, by the way, Vinch is going for 4 TCs. But he also plans to add a castle, so this is why we saw this. Normally, as I said, we would see a slightly different procedure. But no, it's actually, he's not even on gold anymore, so very cool, very cool. 4 TC pure boom. That means that, of course, both Dench and Dark need to work like there's no tomorrow, right? Now, it's indeed a smush together with the Mangonel, and he's marching forwards. Thanks for the shoutouts, really appreciate it. Tomac, man, what's up, my bro? I've never sent you that cute picture of you and me, by the way, in Hamburg. I need to do it. And to remember and do it. We have such a cute picture together. So, what's going on? We see the monks already, but without. So what, man? It can be a problem. Without any upgrades here on the monks here, Dark. Oh yeah. You see how the buildings are even gonna be first taken over and then removed? The conversions at best. Perfect. Yeah. Of course. As said, it can be possible. Okay. Whoa, what was that? Nice, nice micro, or is it? Yeah, it's actually really good. That was... It was prepared, man. Look at this. Just for your information on the right hand side, nothing yet, as this castle is a good way to protect yourself. Let's focus on the left hand side still. Let's keep in mind, they're focusing on dark once again, and there's a reason for that one. So you either go for the strongest or for the weakest, maybe, to create either... I mean, if you go for the weakest, you then have a 3-2 situation. Nice shot, by the way. Keep in mind that with Kongs, of course, sniping enemy mangonels can be very nice, but if you maneuver your own monks, it's nice. And let's keep in mind, it's a 2v1 situation. Dark is defending himself like that, and that is not too bad, man. It's quite impressive. Nice mango shot. The redemption war is going on. Ooh, what was... Oh, it was converted. Converted. Yeah, what about Denge, by the way? Oh, they're the Kongs, but not too bad, man. Oh yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. That was perfect. Dark actually saved enough time for his teammate to come over with a little set of Kongs, and now, that was it. Fire in a very bad situation now. He's been on the single TC. And what he said was, yeah, I'll not just go for 3 monasteries and a siege workshop. I'll do it just old school YOLO arena style. And that's what you get for that kind of behavior. And my friends, I am just saying, the reason why these crossbowmen were not attacking was because he was waiting for something. The synergy of Saracens and Mayans to become even more of a thing, obsidian arrows will be very helpful. Yeah, it was very well played. He has no reason to be ashamed of what is currently happening here. It's working really well. But yeah, guys. There we go. Let's see. I mean, there's the castle. Be careful now. And that's not too many crossbowmen. What is happening with these dudes? MBL also with ballistics, by the way. And he's now attacking the TC. Ah, Winchester didn't even have loom yet. Understandable at some point, but... These are just a little group of crossbowmen with obsidian arrows. I am just saying. And there you go, the TC is gone. I have my issues with this unique technology because it's the philosophy is, well, make Mayans not dependent on siege, give them obsidian arrows so they can even have a super flexible weapon to snipe buildings. And I remember Nobody41, who's also a caster of Fully Official, a really cool dude, who said, yeah, let's just try to make the Mayans, or maybe just the game, to even more special, to give them a really fancy, unique tech, but man, this is too much. This is just insane. The things they can do with this one is just crazy. It's just crazy. But at least, the moment I just switched back, already a successful shot of the mangonel. But still, the Kong's taking a very bad fight here. It's equalizing the situation. Is that another TC? Well, Vinch today in the mood for more. Beautiful. Beautiful. TCs. More economy. But in the meantime, his mate Dench about to lose his siege workshop to 18 crossbowmen within seconds. And more are approaching, 28 to be precise. What are you gonna do against this? So, big shoutouts to Dark for this whole performance. But now, what are you gonna do about this? For the love of God, man, what are you gonna do about this? Immediately. Of course, you need your own siege workshop. But you know, once the defense is gone, the siege workshop is gone as well. That is... I don't even think we'll see the second mangonel going up. I don't think we'll see the second mangonel going up. That's the plan. Go in, micro, snipe the first mangonel, kill the siege workshop. That's the game plan. Easier said than done, of course. But MBL is not the guy who has problems with this. I believe he is slightly strong enough to deal with that. I heard that he's somewhat of a good player. I called it, guys. I called it, and it is gonna be. This is a joke. This is a joke. The second mangonel is not out. Or is it? No. Yeah, this dude called NBL. I heard that he is good. Now, of course, it's excellent what he does, and it doesn't even surprise me how strong he can perform. And we've seen him during the World Cup already last year in winter, together with Viper and Gluttony. They've done some miraculous things. Yeah, that's it with Dench. That's it with Dench. Such a strong performance here on this side, but yeah, very unfortunate how it went down on the right hand side. What should he have done differently? Castles. Castle positions. I don't understand the whole procedure. He was on a single TC, very low amount of Conquistadores, and then he tried to move back with additional TCs. It was too late. Not enough castles as defense because he focused on economy, which is understandable if you lose a huge amount of conks to try, you know, either you go for more military, which would be suicidal, or you try to save yourself and the team. Yeah, exactly. Or prepare the manuals before they come even into your base. But yeah, easier said than done, especially if you're focusing on military. It just doesn't stop, man. Very soon, this TC is gone, and we see, finally, some battle elephants, Khmer battle elephants, my favorite ones from the battle elephants. I'm not talking about war elephants, but it might be too late. It might be too late. I mean, most certainly these crossbowmen will not make it. A shot. But the damage has been done, right? I mean, what is the value from these crossbowmen? 3 TCs? 4 TCs? Siege bar sharps? Count the conquistadors? Yeah, Nikov population, insane. Vinge population, insane. So, what we've learned from Regicide Fortress games, for instance, is that having 100 battle elephants could mean the death of your opponent. The question to be asked, of course, is does Winchester have the capabilities, the capacity more importantly, to deal with it? What is this? A Singoville? That is, I mean, I don't know this from Vinch. I know of him to be a very, very strong arena player. It's quite underwhelming how slow he is expanding with his military counts. Yeah, he is very housed, unfortunately. Also, such a strong player. But look at this now. Look, Dark is actually engaging once again, but unfortunately fully countered by a set of light calves. And that's not looking too great anymore. So, how many vills for Dench? 48. Dark, 82. Emil also only on 72, but he has a nice amount of military units and also now adds not the greatest monks in the game, but still monks that will be very useful against battle elephants. Laser show. Yeah, that was quite something, right? Nice one. So of course, still the Khmer battle elephants are next to the Malay, of course. I mean, let's forget about the Malay here for a second because they have heresy. But the Khmer elephants are at least fast enough that it will be a bit of a struggle for the monks to deal with this. Still, most likely they will do a couple of very important conversions. Even though this one doesn't look too impressive here from MBL, though he has gotten at least 4 or 5. Ah, it was actually fine. But still retreats. Probably the correct decision. And fire together with Nikov going in now. Just going in. Making it happen. Indeed, man. It's the World of War. MBL has pretty decent Monk Viper too, from what I've seen. Dude, MBL is the best arena player in Age of Empires. There's no doubt about this. He is the very best arena player. I mean, next to Viper, of course, but that's... I mean, Viper with Turks, right? But the rest is all about MBL. Unpopular opinion number 2. MBL is the best arena player ever. He doesn't like it when I tell it to him, but it is true. There we go. No doubt about this, exactly. I think MBL won the last arena game versus Viper even. Yeah, there you go. But Viper with Turks, I guess, is probably the strongest thing ever. But yeah, even Turks can be dealt with. But they're definitely strong. In case you are wondering about arena tier lists, you know, professional made by someone, you know, together with all the arena experts as a commentary, you should maybe type in arena tier list on YouTube, made by DemEyesRed. Okay. Anyway, it seems very grim, and this is why I utilize this, the very situation to, you know, promote everything. By the way, there's a raffle going on. Type exclamation mark raffle if you want to win. We'll be platinum. Only followers can do it. Double the chances for subscribers. Winchester, are you gonna do it? Catching a weakened MBL, but I'm not so sure. You guys were talking about Inquisition even. Does it mean? Yeah. He has. Wow. Okay, that was fast. Whew. Year 4 can't come soon enough though. Yeah. Aren't you? Yeah. Oh my God, this dude again. What? I thought you banned him, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. Though I think with Vinch, he's actually delivering quite a good fight over here, though. It's unfortunately not going to be enough because poor Dark. I feel most sorry for him. Shoutouts to this Ballista Elephant, though. Because he was so brave in the beginning. Can't stress it enough. For Dench, I'm not so sure what to think. Real. He's actually managed to do something here, but that was not enough by far. But at least together they're able to deal with MBL now. Well, I don't think that's gonna be entirely enough. What is this? What is this? Yeah, quite some overboom in this game, right? Yeah, I mean, look at this even. Thanks for the ban, man. I really appreciate it. I will also make sure to ban him on my own channel, man. I love it. So yeah, the game is slightly lagging for me. Let me try to increase the speed to counter this, so to speak. Yeah, no corners, no win. It's over like that, man. No corners. 3 corners definitely in the hands of the outsiders. And I have the strong suspicion that, you know, this corner might not even be... What was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, what do you want to trade if you don't have access to that corner anymore? That's very unfortunate. Oh my God, toxic. Though I gotta be honest, man, for MBL, I haven't seen a grim situation for him in a long time like that. And we know him to come back from situations like this quite easily, as he has this, you know, specialty. To come back from, yeah, from the dead. Yeah, potentially it's just, at some point it feels like overkill for sure. Though, let's still admire how well they're playing on the right-hand side together. But it's just a matter of time until probably Nikov will have a huge impact, together with Fire even on the right-hand side, who's now going for Mamelukes. Awesome. I read that those camels did not even exist in the Arabic area here. Those are not immersive features. I don't know how that happens. Now, if we look at the trade situation, I mean, it's not that impressive from the outsiders anyway, but we're in minute 47, so that can be forgiven. But I also think, yeah, there's a lot of idols on the side of the Berserkers. Yeah, Mamluks can be so strong. But then again, once you see these dudes, elite skirmishers, whew. So Carlos says Mams counter everything, but I always feel that they trade really, really bad against a lot of skirmishers. But it's not like we're only having Mamelukes here, right? It's a combination of everything here, so yeah, there's not much to, you know, point out. It's just really, really tough. And for Dark, we can also now confirm that he has officially lost his base, which is, yeah, quite bad. You do need a lot of skirms to counter Mams, though. At least double the army. Think so? No. I mean, I don't think 3 times, though. 2 times? Okay. It's a best of 5. Yeah, I mean, in comparison, just counting in the fact that they're coming from the castles, that they're expensive, skirms are nothing. Obviously, but still. Let's not neglect all the facts. That's true, guys. I don't want to ignore that. Baiello. Yeah, with those skirms, man. For sure, for sure. At this point, I'm just waiting to see how long Winchester is gonna try. As MBL is also on the way to MPL, it might be a reason to say, huh, guys, MBL, now even MBL is in the next stage. At this point, we can only try to defend ourselves, but we just have a single corner. We have a... Where's this trade coming from? Let me just pinpoint... Wait. They're just being sent home? Oh, wait, what? Oh, there. Okay. How much do they carry? Yeah, 30 gold. Yeah. And let's compare it to this one. 130. Yeah. That will not work. That was a brave fight, once again. I cannot stress it enough with Dark. Danger, in my opinion, was unfortunate, but he was also up against the mains player, which is far from ideal. So I think also, once again, civ pick wise, it was a very decent situation for the outsiders. Even though I think Fire, sorry for this kind of pun, I'm not that kind of guy who makes this shit up, but yeah, playing with Fire as in, yeah, going for a YOLO smush like that, it is very, very ballsy and not even really a good thing to do. In a team game like that, I feel that he felt a bit casual there. In the end, they won though, and as the German saying goes, the winner is right. Therefore, I cannot even criticize. It worked. So GG. That is the second win for the outsiders, meaning that the subsequent game is going to be a match point. Therefore, I strongly hope for the Berserkers, aka VIK, to, you know, make it happen. Because I'm always up for long series. Let's go back. As in, let's cast, not play. Okay, what is happening, guys? Game number 3 between VIK and the outsiders. And are your eyes really red? Sometimes, often, I would say, yeah, because of a lot of work, and no sleep. That's it. We'll start on VIK's side once again, and we'll begin with Dark, this time in the purple color with the Incas as the flank. The pocket is Vinch with the Indians, there we go, that's the Indians pick, the long expected one. And then we have Dinch here with the Mongols. They are going to be up against the Mongols player, Fire, so Mongols on the bottom. And then Embialito with the Huns, so that is going to be also epic. And then, last but not least, we have Nikov this time, very interesting, with the Kels. The reason why I say interesting is because normally I would expect in a team like that, basically every time I see Aftermath in any kind of way, never put MBL as pocket, but just as flank. Not because I dislike him, not at all. I would even consider myself as a huge fan of him. But I just find Nikov as the better pocket, and MBL definitely the one who does, the dirty work and, is super aggressive. It's in some kind of way. It's just because also Nikov is an excellent, excellent pocket. But hey, they've chosen it this way. And we'll see how much that is going to matter, because this is an Oasis type of map, meaning that we can expect some map walls here right away coming from the players on the edge, the flanks players, but also a kind of reverse chaos pit situation with a thin wall consisting of trees, but a thicker one than chaos pit, by the way. I reckon it's even slightly thicker. But then again, if I think about it, that might be just stupid of me to think. It's actually the same, I guess. Nonetheless, most importantly though, the juicy part is in the middle. The nightmare for crossbowmen, the nightmare for castles. On this terrain, castles and other buildings, basically every building, gets bonus damage because it's this spiced up terrain, cracked terrain. And I say nightmare for archers and such because you know those huge groups of archers, crossbows, or arrows moving around. They have little possibilities to hide. Just for your information, that will be very interesting. So we'll see. This is reverse chaos, but exactly. Slinging is not allowed, as in it is allowed only after Imperial Age, and you can technically click on trading or whatever that is. I mean, just tributing, slinging resources, and it will go away, but it will never arrive the destination. So you would just burn resources if you do that. Pretty much. So, yeah, as you can see, Dark is already considering that one. It doesn't surprise me that much that he, once again, considers a rather slower approach, knowing that it will be a tough one. But he has Incas, which is surprising to me. For what reason do you have Incas? You can, of course, probably consider countering cavalry units in a kind of fashion that will be really, really annoying for the cavalry players. Furthermore, of course, their towers, in tower possibilities is nice. Kameyooks in team games are one of the most beloved units out there because you can mess them up really nicely. They're really tough to deal with. And together with couriers, that's also quite annoying to kill them off. So that might be a reason for the later part of the game, but I'm curious to what he is actually going to do in the beginning with the Incas, really. And there we go, the barracks is going up right away, so a sign of early aggression. And he's getting loom, so he's going to click up. He's not on gold. What exactly is going to happen? So yeah, Carlos says Eagles to control the middle. And I was thinking about this in the previous series as well. What about Scouts or Eagles going in the middle for map control? And I think that's definitely a good idea to make sure that these juicy gold spots are zoned, right? And to prevent maybe even ideally castles going from prevent castles from going up. There we go. Little portion of brain spasm there. But yeah, before anything else though, Nikov is actually the one going forward. He's gonna go for what, Mad Arms? Yeah, Mad Arms Tower was, in my opinion, against the Incas. Ooh, there we go. Dark is actually up with the same idea. But with why the barracks though? Because okay. Fine. I was wondering, did he straggle? Did he, I didn't see anyone on goal. It's quite late if you ask me, but okay. If you compare it to Nikov, he's already on goals. Just for you to know. Forward to Nika, exactly. Isn't that a bit crazy? The main action is happening in the north and the south. For your information though, there was a snipe happening, and nearly a second one. And there is barracks going up. Denj is slightly stressed, I was assume. But it's more stressful, I estimate, that this very situation in which a villager, that is a militia, is going down. No Made arms upgrade from Nikov, instead going for double bit X, economy approach. And it seems that Dench is retreating. On top of this one, Vinch even loses his own scout. Exactly. If Noburo has told us one thing, it is, of course, the blacksmith being very, very important for the Incas, but so far, it's not going to happen. I wonder if Nikov is going to continue after this. It seems as if he's winning this. The question is he just gonna proceed? I think that is the most reasonable thing, but I also do not understand what Dark is currently attempting to do. He is losing more and more vills. Currently sitting on 21 vills. VS, if you look at Vinch, I mean, that's no comparison, he has Indians, but 25 average for the other team. Thanks for the bits, by the way. Really appreciate it. And then on behalf of a Woobly official, Ultra Wow 65. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to, think about the situation. It was more than unfortunate. I like to say unfortunate because it sounds very, you know, the most objective way to say that something was bad or sad or, not good. Pretty much the situation we're in. And Nikov's response, interestingly, so he takes the villagers that he had forwards, but instead of, building up on this lick style, yo style, he says, nope, I'm gonna wall this one up with stone walls and create more safety for the sake of my team's well-being. Building wall from fire as well. Interesting stuff. And we have two fast castles going on. It's Vinch vs NBL, both of which are the pockets, none of which are currently inside, though it is actually Vinch with the chance here. Anyone inside though doing things? I assume, yeah, there we go, that's perfect. And we have spearmen, quite some spearmen, in case there are some scouts, or camels later on. Yeah, exactly, he's through. He is through, and Siege Workshop, oh my god, of course. You know what I'm always afraid of? I didn't want to say that in the beginning, but MBL Pocket means, chaotic moves. The things he does as a flank, which he performs in so perfectly, really, it's just par excellence. He does it as a pocket as well. He just smushes as a pocket. It's not the first time we see this. And he's so good at that. Being so good at smushes. Of course he's the arena god. The real arena god. I'm just always saying it. Why is Dark going for Mad Arms though? Let me quickly think. Really? Really? He has +1 now, by the way. Wait a sec. What is his vision? Oh no, he doesn't even know. Oh. I mean, of course, he could batter this down, right? Those do extra damage. 6 extra damage against buildings or constructions with stone. And in the end, it is Winchester's team, the boy wonder who has invented the Winch Trush. So it's not a big surprise, but still, wow. At some point, though, Nikov is going to have double the amount of HP on these walls, so yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I love the effort. Oh yeah. Monk Spearman seems like a good idea for his Indian pockets. Well, you would most likely expect their cavalry, which only, is either scouts, and let's forget about this one, and mainly camels. Yeah. I do love it. So, is he gonna be there in time? There is a bit of chance. What is your guess? What is your guess? What is your guess? 15 seconds. Is he gonna take this one down in 15 seconds? Yeah, guys. Okay. Wow, look at this. He did it. He did it. Let's go back here real quick. Um, okay, so MBL is all over the place in the middle, and he is gonna start to harass his opponents. Though, at the same time, it is actually Dark who has created an opening for the sake of his team's aggression. And now, actually, Vinch could consider this and squeeze in through there and harass Nikov in that kind of way. Very interesting, and he is crushing it. He is Ninkos after all. I find it most impressive what Dark does here. The effort is very, very impressive. But yeah, we have mad arms. We are in cast age. Dark is still in fuel age, by the way. Look at his resources. Also, he is also housed, unfortunately. But I am amazed. I am amazed. Pretty much amazed. I cannot believe it, but we are in this very situation in which Nikov might even, you know, is forced to do something about it. Something. But the Berserkers, they must go as aggressively as possible. It's match point game for the outsiders. And I assume that they don't want this to happen like that. They want to see more. They want to do more. Let's check it out. Wait a second. Yeah, I mean, of course, you. If Finch doesn't help out Dark, why did Dark go there in the first place? He didn't achieve too much with this one, did he? On top of this one, you know, okay. I mean, Nikov could also just delete everything here and go in through himself. He could even, you know, ignore this tower, go here, and then attack. What was the purpose? What is the outcome, positive outcome for Dark after this decision? And once again, I don't want to blame him, but also the whole team. But I also understand that MBL was so fast that VIK must engage in the middle now. Without saying. Yeah, without saying, it's pretty much a waste that has happened. Unfortunately, as I love to say, man. As I love to say. What is your rating, DemEyes? Casting is 3k, 5. Just 5 elo beneath Nomad. Vulby wise. Well, if we just count out my Black Forest team games, I'm actually officially 1680 or so. 1v1. So yeah, here we are, my friends. It is still happening. Still happening. The pressure. Yeah, close to Nikov, for sure. Exactly. I need to be honest here. UK 6. I wish we could laugh also at this game in a very, very positive way, you know, cheering, you know, that kind of way. But it seems once again very, very grim, my friends. I hate to say it. And yeah, that's what you want to do. Nothing. Keep in mind, these buildings take extra damage. Keep in mind that Dench's efforts might be forgotten in the future because this might lead to nothing. This might lead to nothing. It's more than sad here. I mean, for a Dark, it's you know, a good thing to see that he has reached Castle Age. It's a good thing to see that he has Eagles. But as Biola says, with 16 teams signing up, I mean, not signing up. More than 16 teams signed up, but with 16 teams participating in this tournament, there will be some matches that are considered as more brutal, especially in the beginning. And it just doesn't feel as if this team of VIK is going to be able to deal with 3 2K5 plus players or 2K4 plus players. In my mind, though, Fire, you know, definitely able to reach that level. And the others are there already anyway. I mean, MBL in my book is 2K6 plus. So there you go. That castle, by the way, went up though. So at least that has worked. That is gonna buy him some time. But the problem is, even though they, I mean, let's say they buy themselves a lot of time, what will they gain from this? What will they do to say, okay, I can now deal with my opponents in a way that I will harass them? When have we ever seen them on the right hand side of the map? Except for Dark with the Feudal Age army instead of Nikov's Castle Age army, where I said, Nikov might need to think about this, but then, you know, a siege workshop and a couple of garrison villages solve the issue entirely. Right? Yeah. It's problematic, to say the least. It is very, very difficult. And I feel whatever they do, the outsiders do the things in a way that VIK seems either overwhelmed or just too slow in comparison. Despite their huge efforts, don't get me wrong, especially Dark in the previous game, wow, just simply wow, that was well done. You have to keep in mind this is not a random game they're playing, they're in a tournament. I don't know about Dark's experience, but he plays and he doesn't, the name of Memp, Titanic, right? It's not Titanic, but in the end, the result, unfortunately, is very, very brutal. So let's hope that they at least get 1 or 2 positive moments out of this. And maybe even win a game or so, but this is just fully idealistic here. And I'm aware of this. Oh yeah, this wheelbarrow, by the way, thanks for mentioning this. Yeah. I started, you know, not to mention this anymore because it's just... it's just... incredible. At least, though, Nikov has it already. Wonderful. Couple of votes. Once they, of course, reach your base, that will be troublesome. But I cannot believe it. We see Mangodai. Is this game gonna be a longer one? Are they gonna deliver a fight? I would love it. I would simply love it. Let's go. All those fragile castles. Imagine just 3, 4 trebuchets or a couple of rams, what they will do to that. Bugged CA? Why? What's bugged? What is bugged, my friends? Keep in mind that after the this whole series, we will determine who's winning the raffle. Yeah, if you look at the villager count over here, that's pretty much the difference between the two. Economically, of course, VIK is significantly behind. Oh, capture shows wrong text sometimes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder why that is the case. I had a similar situation. That is actually when the game doesn't start at the same time as the tech analysis, but that was for not for capture age, but for yeah, the spectator overlay by PKZ. I had the situation like that once or twice. That was a crazy story. But yeah, another day. Since I'm even mocked for saying anything remotely connected to anything else but the game. But I don't know how it works with CA. I have no idea. But it is time to witness the strength of trebuchets against castles all of a sudden on cracked terrain. And I would think, my friends, 2 trebuchets should not be able to deal that damage, but it's cracked terrain, so simply wow. I hope though that all teams are aware of this, right? It's even hard to repair this. Look at this. It's unbelievable. Really unbelievable. He should not even bother attacking the traps, just the castle. He did attack the castle. And yeah, if we look at this here, it's just a matter of time until, I also wonder how it's gonna be with arson and, infantry units going for buildings. And yeah, once the roads are fully upgraded, which they are not, they will be really, really difficult to deal with. Super fast, and once massed up, TCs will just immediately go down. But they're even missing chainmail armor for now. Will there be other team matchups today? No. It's just 2 2 series a day. And I believe every second day there's going to be a stream about this. And also these VODs are going to be uploaded onto YouTube, if I understand it correctly. Why were the traps so strong? They do 400 damage, don't they? The reason for their massive damage output is, for anything against buildings on this map is, on cracked terrain, they deal extra damage. And I believe that this has always been a thing, right? For a long, long time. And normally, what people do in tournaments, map makers and admins and hosts, and you know what I'm saying, they just don't utilize this terrain. It's the specialty about it. So basically a building on here will not take the damage, but a building on here will take the damage. The good old American Midwest. Yeah. I've never been on such terrain in real life. I would love to at least see it once, even though I believe it's quite warm and dry, but sometimes you gotta take the risk and explore the world, I guess. Here in Europe, it doesn't really occur that often, I guess. Ah, it's from African kingdoms. The more you know. The more you know. And we see how far now with his Mangodai is gonna take over. And it's GG. Not only because of this, but he's dealing with Vinch. And Vinch, with all the respect, says